In this video, we'll see how to get started with our structural project. So we'll see how to get our our beams supporting the glass roof and insert in our structural project. We will see how to link our architectural project with our structural project, and we will add some levels for our structural project, and we'll see the part of structural columns. Okay, so first of all, I have my architectural model here, and I will just create a new file. I'll go File, New, and a new project. And this time it's important that we select structural template. Okay. Okay. So now what I will ask you guys to do is to select our beams in our project. I will explain you guys later why we have to do that, but basically just select your beams. I'll select everything, and then I'll filter and just get my beams, structural framing. Okay, beam system. Okay, so I have it here. I will just press Ctrl C, Ctrl Tab, Ctrl V. Okay, and I will just place it here anywhere. Okay, let me go to my 3D view and see how it is. Okay, everything came here. Okay, so now you can go to your, I will just close the hidden windows. You can close your architectural project, and from now on we will work here in our structural project. Okay, so first we will go to the Insert tab and we'll press Revit link, and then you should open your architectural project, and it should be linked here. Okay, and as soon as we open, we see that we have this weird kind of view here that we don't see all the elements of our project. This is because this default 3D view is set for a structural project. You see discipline here. So in our case, we will duplicate it just like we saw in class and rename it as our architectural view. Okay, and in this view we will actually see our architecture here. So in discipline here we will select architectural. Okay, and here I'll just give some detail and shade it. We see that not all of our elements are actually in here. This is because of our visibility settings. So I will press V, G to go to V from visibility and G from graphics, and I will select all. Okay, and now we have our elements here, discipline architectural. Sorry, we'll go to visibility. Yeah, and here we should check architecture. Okay, and now we'll check all. Okay, and everything goes here. Okay, so we see that the Revit link that we have here, it's actually, I would say, just a ghost. It's not a model that is here. It's just we're linking something, and we cannot like edit something in here. For example, I cannot move a wall or a window. It treats the whole thing as just one link, one thing. So what I want to do is to place the beams I just copied inside the beams we have in here. And to do that, I'll go to my top view and I will select my beams. Actually, let's do something different. I will go to modify and align, and then let me get this on here first. Okay, modify, align, and I will click here at the very end, and then click here, and this should go there. Okay, and now I'll click here and here, let's see, it's a little bit off. Okay, so let me move to adjust it. Okay, now I moved and adjusted, and it is a little bit off in the x-axis. So what I'm going to do is I will just move up until it matches here. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect as long as it's more or less in the same position. Okay, so later on I will explain why we did it. But now we have our Revit link in here. Okay, so the next thing we do is we'll go to our levels. So go to any elevation that you have, and let me go to a smaller one. Okay, you see here that we have a lot of levels bunched up here. So some of these levels are structural levels, and some are the levels from the Revit link. So to do that, to know which one is which, you can select your Revit link and then click here and hide element. So we actually have two structural levels, and I will just drag them to the right so I can see which one is which. Okay, so there's an easy way to copy what we have in our Revit link here and actually place it inside of our structural project. Instead of like just creating levels, I can just click, go to my Collaborate tab, and this is a very important tool that we will be using. We'll go to Copy Monitor, select Link, and I'll click on my link. And here is some important stuff we need to remember. I want to copy some elements from my Revit link and put it inside my structural project, and I will select multiple, and I will just select the levels I want. I will not select level 2 and 1 because I already have them here. I will just select level 4, 3, 1, and 0, and I click finish. Do not click on the green check now, just click here. So that means you finish selecting the elements you want. Okay, now you can click here stop monitoring because we will not monitor any moves. What this means is whenever you move or delete an element that has this little tag here, it gives you a warning, and we don't really want to do this. So just click stop monitoring, go to this tab, copy monitor tab, and click finish. Okay, so now if I temporarily hide this, we see that we have our levels here. Okay, so I'll just select them and drag them back here. Be careful because our level 2, sorry, our level 1 should be, okay, so my level 1 will be, okay, this is something I did here. So my level 1 should be 0, levels, sorry, should be 3, I believe. Yeah, and my level 0 should be 0. And my level 2 should be 12. And my level 3, 22. My level 4 should be 27. Okay. Let me align this with our Revit link. This is because we moved our Revit link when we were trying to align the beams. So instead of moving the Revit link, I'll just move the beams. Okay, so now that I have adjusted my beams and adjusted my levels, level 0 actually should be -3. Sorry, level 2 should be 12, level 1 should be 0, level 0 should be minus 3. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to create a level for my foundation, and to do that I'll just select my level 0 and I will copy 2 feet down here, and this instead of level 5 should be foundation. Okay, and I will try to drag my level to the right, but you see that all of the levels come together. Control Z. So what I will do is, you see here where we have 3D, I will click and make it 2D, so now I can drag it separately. Okay, so here is where my columns and footings will be in my foundation level. Okay, so I will go back to my level 1, and we see here that we have our Revit link, and I don't have directly access to the grids. So what I'll do is I'll just copy my grids just like I did before. Collaborate tab, copy monitor, select link. I'll select it, copy multiple, and now I will hold the key control in my keyboard so I can select multiple elements. This, and this. Finish. Okay, this is just a warning it gave me, and I will stop monitoring. I will go to the copy monitor tab and then press finish. Now we have our grids for our own structural project. So you see here how we have the columns in our architectural project. So in our structural project, here is where we will insert our structural columns. So I'll just go here to my structure tab and column, and you can select the shape of your column based on the architectural dimensions of your architectural columns. In my case, just for an example, I'll just create 12 by 12 and 12, 12. Oops. Yeah, just oops. 1. Okay. Okay, so now I have this type of column, and I will, instead of, you can just click one by one, but there is an easier way, which is you click here at grids. It places your column at the grid intersection. So I click here, and then Revit down here asks me to select grid lines to place structural columns. So for example, I'll place all the columns in this row here. So I will click here and hold Control and click here, and as soon as I did it, I see that my structural columns are already placed here. Let me go to Fine and Shade it. Okay, if I go to my 3D view and the columns are not here. Okay, this is because when I place the columns, I need to select my grids, click here, and I need to hit finish. Okay, so yeah, now there we go. Here's my column. Here are my columns. I will select them, and I will make them start at the foundation level, and they will go up to level 2. Okay, here we go. Let me add some details and some colors. And here it is. This is how we are going to place our structural columns. There is an offset here that I don't want. 0. Offset 0. Okay, so basically we just do that for the other points, and to add a steel column that we will need to do from level 2 to level 3 is basically the same thing. You can just come here and hit column, and instead of concrete you just select your steel column and you place it grids and column, and then at grids, and then you select your grids, hit finish, And let's see, where are they? So let's try one more time. Columns, add grids. I'll select these and this. Hit finish. And they should be here. Nope. Oh, this is probably because we already have a column on level 2. So I'll go to View, Plan Views, and now we'll do a structural plan. And I'll add level all these. Okay, so now level 3. Okay, there we go. So let's try this one now. Structure columns, add grids. I'll select all of these, finish, and that didn't, oh, that, okay, there we go. They're here. So I assume I don't need these columns. Okay, so basically that's how we add our columns and these columns. Let me select one, SA, select all of them, base offset 0. Change upside down. Okay, base level 2 I believe, and we'll go up to level 3, 0. Okay, there we go. And this is how we add our columns.